And we begin this morning with history made in Virginia in a clean sweep for Democrats on election night 2025. Good Wednesday morning to you, Washington. I'm Adam Longo.
And I'm Adriana Hopkins. Democrat Abigail Spanberger is waking up this morning as governor-elect of the Commonwealth. Come January 10th, she will become the state's 75th governor and the first woman ever to hold the position. Well, with Democrats declaring victory in several key races across the state.
Reporter Nick Minot kicks off our team coverage at Abigail Spanberger's election victory party.
It was a good night in the Commonwealth of Virginia on election night for Democrats. Abigail Spanberger is the projected winner in the gubernatorial contest. When she took the stage on Tuesday night here in Richmond, her supporters erupted, applauding her, and she took a moment to celebrate this moment alongside her husband, her daughters, because she is projected to be the first woman governor in Virginia.
And just a few minutes ago, Adam said to our daughters, your mom's going to be the governor of Virginia. And I can guarantee those words have never been spoken in Virginia ever before.
During her victory speech, Spanberger did not attack her Republican opponent, Lieutenant Governor Winome Sears. In fact, she asked her supporters to wish Earl Sears and her family well.
I would like to thank my opponent for a hard-fought race. The Lieutenant Governor's story, her military service, and her years of service here in Virginia deserve our respect and our gratitude, and I ask that you join me in wishing her and her family well.
Democrats also maintain their majority in the House of Delegates. Reporting in Richmond, I'm Nick Minot.
Winome Sears did concede shortly after her opponent declared victory. In her speech before supporters, she had a message for the governor-elect.
I asked her to please consider all of us Virginians, that she will represent all of us and not just some of us. And I wished her success. If she is successful, Virginia will be successful.
And we'll have much more from the Earl Sears evening event coming up in our next half hour. First, though, we want to check in on some of the other closely watched contests that matter to you. Democrat Ghazala Hashmi will replace Winome Sears as Virginia's lieutenant governor, flipping that seat. She pulled ahead of her Republican opponent, John Reed, by nearly 10 points. Hashmi is now the first Muslim woman elected to a statewide office in the U.S.
Another victory taking a lot of people by surprise this morning is the race for Virginia's top prosecutor. Democrat Jay Jones unseated Republican incumbent Jason Miyares to become the Virginia next Attorney General despite that October surprise. Jones had been slipping in the polls in recent weeks after some violent text messages he sent in 2022 surfaced. Both candidates spoke at their watch parties last night.
My grandfather was a civil rights pioneer who braved Jim Crow. My father, my mother, my uncles, my aunts endured segregation, all so that I could stand here before you today.
Politics is like a pendulum. The public sentiment swings one way and then the next. Tonight, it swung a little bit too far in the wrong direction, in my opinion. And folks, it will swing back. It always does.
Another race that has dominated TV ads over the last few weeks is for House District 22 in Prince William County. Democrats racked up another victory there with Elizabeth Guzman beating Republican incumbent Ian Lovejoy by around 3,000 votes. And she had this message to voters after her victory.
There is one reality that united us, that we were all struggling. We want good schools for our children. We want to protect our public universities. We want a health care that works for everyone. And we do want women to make their personal medical decisions.
Her opponent conceded and congratulated her on X and promised a smooth transition as she assumes office.
All right, John Rogers to pick up our team coverage from the alert desk now. So, John, let's talk about the balance of power in Richmond and how it may have changed.
Yeah, certainly tipped toward the Democrats' favor. I have a graphic really to show this. This is how it looked going into the night last night, where Democrats only held a slim majority of 51 seats. But look at the outcome afterwards. They gained a sizable majority now, gaining 64 seats to Republicans' 36. Now, some of the races that we were watching you just mentioned were over in Prince William County, districts 21 and 22. I have this map of all the major races in the Northern Virginia area. See, decidedly blue, aside from 61 there, but 21 and 22 certainly a win for Democrats. Now, as I told you yesterday, this is what Democrats were hoping for, a trifecta with the governor, the Senate, and now the House, all in blue.
All right, scan the QR code right there on your screen to find complete results from last night's elections. They're all posted right now on our homepage. That's also where you can find more reaction and expert analysis.